And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the blue Zerg player, the Brood War Zerg. It is YoungYakov. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red human player from the land of China, representing Invictus Gaming, or at least he used to. It is MacSed. We go. Now, if I'm not mistaken, something that makes this a little bit complicated, and my little bit of feedback here so far, and again, I'm only just now indulging in the mod, is that, from my understanding, I believe players have, what, 9 options? No, more than that, actually. Jesus. What, like 10 plus options when it comes to races? Because when it comes to the SC2 players, they have the option to pick the SC2 races or the brutal races as well, which I feel like complicates things a bit more. Like, I don't it feels like there's a lot of juggling and a lot of balance juggling as well, a lot of things to consider when it comes to trying to work on this mod, if you can pick Brood War races and SC2 races as well. Like, it feels like a bit much. It feels very ambitious, as we do see YoungYakov going hatch before gas before pool. Very greedy opener here by YoungYakov. Meanwhile, back at home, we do have our initial unit. Starting unit here from MacSed is human and is going for the initial Sage. Let's go. We love much. I mean, I don't know if it's necessary to have Brood War and SC2 races as an option. Like, that's... Aye. But we're here for it. Let's go. So now we are setting up. When it comes to the opener, this is actually very similar to the opener that MacSed went for, if you recall. Very similar. And I would imagine there's reason for that. I would imagine they most likely play together and practice together as well. That would make sense in my mind for MacSed and MacSed. Meanwhile, we have the Fullman here in the middle line. Is not quite killing anything yet, but is being quite an annoyance, delaying some mining time. And again, this first Fullman is so tanky here. And here comes the rest of the army. 2 more Fullmen. Sage as well is moving out. We have a sunken colony on the way. Needs a little bit more time though, as 12 links are amassing. Sunken colony will finish. So far, so good. But alas, Max said he's going into the mineral line. Oh, gonna be zoned away. Is zoned away for now. Main base is defended, and Max said he goes to the natural. Instead, does rush into the natural base. And YoungYakov, yeah, he's been here before. He played against MacSed earlier, so instead, massive counterattack. The goal here is to force a recall. To force the army to recall, he might kill the expansion, but at least the mineral line is safe. Likewise, at least the third base is safe as well. As things are racing across, link speed is almost done. Fullman almost getting caught out. MacSed does kill the natural. He's going for the third. Can he get it? Can he defend with just a militia? Ooh, potentially. A little bit of indecisiveness here from YoungYakov. He turns back around with the Lings. And he turns around. He wants to fight the main army instead. It comes in for the surround. Not bad. Gets a better position. Should at least get the Fullman, but can he get the hero? As there's a second elemental. Yeah, we get some reduced service area. There's that recall. Does save the hero. Does save 1 Fullman. And gets out. Does get out. But again, that was a lot of damage. That was, what, 3 drones going down. The expansion as well. YoungYakov going to +1 melee. Getting to +1. So far, MacSed in position. So far, he holds the line. So I'm just checking out the name of the guy. That's it. I keep calling him Sage. Archmage. That's it. Arch or Archmage? Call the mage. So we are building up. Yo, I just realized that the dead footmen, their bodies are still there. There we go. Just now getting removed. Took a while though. It took a while. Like, we have yet to see undead, and I guess that's kind of a factor because if I remember correctly, the ghouls, they can like eat, they can like consume dead bodies, right? To heal up. They can like cannibalize each other. As things they once. Oh my god! The thunderclap! Not again! Oh my god. For those that are curious, the dwarf can thunderclap that. He's crazy. Just stomps the ground. Without Lings, they're forced to escape. Again, thunderclap one-shots Lings. Jesus. I'm reminded once again. It's like a massive purification nova. It's crazy. Meanwhile, Lings, they come in with a surrounder. Not bad. The Archmage goes down. Massive pickup. Takes down the initial hero. Takes down the elemental as well. Ooh, oh my god, we cannot surround that. we Jesus. Mate, the Mountain King it's like oozing radiation. You just stay away. You can't get close. He's crazy. Oh my god. Strikes fear into the heart of all things Zerg. Ay ay ay. The Baling powered hammer, pretty much. Well, like Baling powered feet, because he stomps the ground, mate. Stomps the ground. The thunderclap. Whew, okay, well with that, YoungYakov backs off, double expanding, retaking his natural, of course, getting a 4th base, droning up. He's got somewhat saturation here on 2 bases. His drone count is still relatively low, making more Lings. But again, he has to be so careful to not fully engage with the Mountain King here. Oh my god. It's radioactive, mate. Stay away. That's what I was looking for. Mate, the POV though of this guy is gonna be crazy. Like it's gonna feel so good, like stepping into like a swarm of Zergs and just insta-killing everything. Up! Once again, respect it. Back off. Fear the Mountain King. And meanwhile, we're researching lurkers. Lurkers are being researched. Lair is done, so we see YoungYakov working towards Lings into lurker tech, but he needs more time. He's time for the lurkers, going for a big Ling counterattack, trying to force the recall, trying to force MacSed back home. Lings, they flood in. There's a militia. Militia bell gets activated. Sunken is trying to hold on. Can YoungYakov survive? As that's both colonies going down the base as well. And we just keep flooding. We just keep going across the map. Yeah, the Rax is under fire, gets surrounded. Just avoids the mineral line, avoids the militia. Production's going down, and we're just going for the base trade. We commit to the base trade, let's go! Lurkers are massing. As, again, we're trying to morph in lurkers behind the main base. Natural's going down. And Lings, they should be able to hold position here in the mineral line. And can they break through all these militia? Ooh, I don't think they can. Yeah, there's the recall back home, just in case. Saves the main. And alas, MacSed did not kill the natural. He was so close. He was so... One more shot. So close to kill it. Did recall a little bit too soon. Mistimed. Mistimed recall. Hatchery does survive. The Lunkers are here. Lurkers, they burrow in. They go for the burrow. Once again, MacSed pushing forward. Intentionally does send the Mountain King back home to defend. Does move back. Runs into the lunkers. No detection. Yeah, no detection. The base is under fire. Lings, they slip by. Heading into the main. Going for the towers. The attack rate of these lurkers is quite small, though, or quite low. There we go. More lurkers coming in. And YoungYakov is holding. Up. Coming in for the surround. Cashes out the elementals. Yeah, diving on the main army. Locking it down. There's the recall. Oh, sorry, he actually... Oh, no! Oh, my God! He recalls the king in. Yeah, the king has arrived. Shuts down the army. Massive thunderclap. I thought it was recalling away. Never mind. Oh my God. And with that, he's pushing forward. And Yakov forced to retreat. Suddenly the pendulum swings from one place to the other. Natural's going to be going down. He has to evacuate. Things were looking good. They were looking good there for YoungYakov. Oof. Yeah, another thunderclap. Clapping Yakov. Oh no. They have to say that when casting Warcraft 3 Reforged, right? No shot they don't. Nico is diving in. Oh my God! Yeah, massive connection here in the main. In the mineral line. Nothing is safe. Nothing is safe from this animal. Oh my God. He's crazy. And GG gets called. The main base gets broken, and MacSed will take game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played, mate. The power of the the power of the thunderclap, specifically against Zerg, I should emphasize. Like it's more apparent against Zerg just because obviously Ling's a melee unit, so they have to go within close range of the hero unit to attack it, as opposed to say Marines, for example, which they spread out, they're further back. Same, I guess it would be applicable to Zealots. I'm curious as to whether or not Charge Lots are how they're impacted by that, but even then, like Blinkstalker based openers are more common anyway. So, yeah, specifically, it feels like specifically against Zerg, like, as a human player, going into the Mountain King makes a lot of sense, and it's quite powerful. Just a little bit. With that, GG well played. MacSed takes lead in the series. Now we're jumping into game number 2. The roles are about to be reversed, and we'll see what race YoungYakov picks. Is he going to go into humans again? Are we going to see another race for the first time, whether it's Orc, whether it's Undead, or are we going to see some Night Elves for the second time, which we've only seen in one game so far? Let's go. Pulling back into the enemy. Exactly. And here we go, spawning in the top right hand corner of Frostline. We have the human. Again, the human's been very, very popular here amongst everyone. We have the human blue player. It is YoungYakov. The blue human. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have, oh, okay. I've been playing his main race from back in the day. We have the Chinese Protoss representing IG Invictus Gaming. It is MacSed. Let's go. We were able to feature earlier Max Packs play Protoss. Did play Protoss, was very Stalker, Disruptor heavy against Loliot in the previous series, in the previous semifinals. And we'll see how MacSed compares. Likewise, how YoungYakov compares as well. So far, opening. Oh, yeah. he saw the claps, Pappy. He wants it as well. He wants it. Gonna be opening up with the Mountain King. Does open up. And as a reminder, this is the SC2 Protoss race, not the Brood War Protoss. Here we go. I like the visual idea of a baling powered hammer where like the Mountain King, like he's got like balings like strapped and like taped to his hammer, which he just like smashes to the ground, or they're also strapped to his feet when he stomps the ground. He just like jumps up and bam. Hi. As we see YoungYakov rushing out with that initial footman. His goal here is to try to get into the middle line, but MacSed with the full wall. Up, it does fully wall off. Pylon is exposed somewhat, but can only be attacked by one unit at a time. Stalker is on the way, cornering out both, going for a 2-gate opener. It's got an interesting sound, is what I will say. Like, I mean, I guess the sword is connecting with the force field. Yeah, there we go. It does change. Okay, I can get behind it. Depending on whether it's shield damage or hold damage, the sound effect changes. I appreciate it. Do appreciate. As the initial footman's going to go down, barely saves the pylon. The others are going for the gateway. Pylon should fall. Look at that. The audio accuracy. Let's go. As MacSed, he's staying on one base a little bit longer. Delays is natural for 2 extra gateways. Getting into a 4-gate setup. A very chaotic wall, but a wall nonetheless. As the king has arrived. Yo, the king is here. He's ready to stomp. No, actually, he does get the Stormbolt. And he goes to the range stun. But soon, oh my god, Jesus, he can 2-shot. Takes out the Stalker. But we'll have to back up. That takes too many hits. Oh, barely does get away. Nice control here from YoungYakov. Does preserve his units. Pulls back home. The downside here is that this king has very little experience. As we've been focusing a lot on destroying buildings and forcing this reaction. You could argue this is worth it because, hey, we have 2 shield batteries, 2 pylons, 4 gateways, delayed expansion. The Protoss player has been delayed quite heavily economically, and now YoungYakov is free to start creeping. Still quite risky though because the army is very low in HP. Oh my god, has to get out of here. Doesn't want to die. Almost dies to the creep. Almost dies to the camp. Has to pull back. Again, this is the downside of being a little bit too aggressive early on. So this will slow down his kind of progression with the hero. So there we go. Slow down his progression. Behind this, Blink is on the way, so 4-gate Blink set up here at a max, getting up to 2-way saturation. Meanwhile, YoungYakov will finally break out. Finally break out. So far, we are keeping up. We're going to be keeping up, soon to be expanding. Likewise, Mass Stalker here is building up for MacSed. Yo, we got Uther on the way. The Paladin. Oh, actually, it tells you the name. Ah, there we go. That helps. Does actually tell you as you hover over at least the icon top left. Not the actual unit, though. That's fine. Temple Archives on the way for Max. For MacSed. God, it's been so long since I've said the word MacSed. But headed towards Archon's potential Storm. I don't think Storm would be as useful in this matchup just because the human units are so tanky. Like, I don't know if Storm is as worth it compared to the other forms of splash damage, but we'll see. Paladin does set up. Both armies, they pass by each other. The ward does spot the movement. YoungYakov, he pulls back. Does pull back home. Does pull back home. And I wonder what... we'll get into it later here as we're going for a base trade. We're going for the base trade. There is a recall available for both players. MacSed moving in. Takes down the Arcane Vault, the shop. Likewise pushing forward. There are some Archons that avenge shield batteries as well. Is it going to be enough? First Archon is going to fall. Oof. Yeah, nice pickup. Likewise moving in. Getting off the Thunderclap. Likewise, boys are being pulled to defend. And YoungYakov is holding back at home. Oh my god. Yeah, there's a Thunderclap. I want a Thunder animation. That's what I want. I want like the Storm animation or something. Regardless, breaks through the mineral line, busts into the main. The riflemen, they're stuck on the low ground, but they break through. They break through nonetheless. And again, the Powder can heal. Does maintain the king. And he's breaking through the defensive line. Meanwhile, across the map, it looks like the Stalkers, they all go down. The militia defend. The boys, they hit that much harder. The boys, they're cracked. Oh my god. He stuns the Archon very low. So close to going down. And it looks like he will be able to break through this. Yeah, one shot away. Does fall. Zelse flood in. The King's out of mana. True. King's out of mana. Up. Paladin's so close to falling. Get out of here. Up. One shot away. Does go down. MacSed, he's holding. He's holding on. He's trying to, I should say. There's a shield. There's the NG overcharge. We have the NG overcharge. Holding on to the natural. Bust into. Oh no! Oh my god. I was waiting for the stomp. I was waiting for it. Again, he's still out of mana though. He's out of mana. Does level up. So far, kiting back. Recalling back home. Yeah, it does go for the recall. Gets the hell out of there. Whew. And again, this is all off of one base as well. Has yet to expand. What I was going to get at here is I wonder what determines on either map how many bases you get. I don't know if you noticed, but when we loaded into Abyssal Reef, which is a large map in the map pool, MaxPax, when he was playing the human race, he did have, what, like 4 or 5 bases available to him, as opposed to here on Frostline, which is a comparably large map, but only 2 bases. Like, again, there's creep here at the 3rd and at the 4th location as well, so there's only 2 bases possible here for the Warcraft 3 race. I'm curious as to what determines that. Like, what determines how many bases they have this compared to Abyssal Reef, where they had like 4 or 5. Is it just RNG? Like, I didn't... Like, I wonder what determines that. Is my thoughts coming into this. Another does reinforce, pushing out once again. Still 1 base all in, by the way. Still completely 1 base all in. We'll move out. The 3rd is exposed. No shield batteries. No defensive setup. There are Archons here at the natural. But alas, YoungYakov just avoids it. Just goes straight here for the 3rd. Alas, getting cornered. Has to kite back to get the heal up. Once again, another clap here on the Zealots. Zealots, they can take some to the face, though. How are they going down? Oof, oh my god, they get completely shut down. Catching at the Archon. Zealots, they melt. Again, the Mountain King, he likes the melee units. He likes them. Come at him. And once again, pushing forward. Nice kiting here with the Rifleman. Pulls back. Get the stun of the Archon. GG gets called. Yeah, as Max said, he is going to be broken here. And YoungYakov ties up the series 1-1. Whew. Although he's killing all the... There we go. He's killing all the final units. GG gets called. YoungYakov, he does snowball out of control. And we're going all the way to the ace match. Whew. GG. GG, well played. We're going to the ace match. And as a reminder, when it comes to the ace match here, players, they can pick and choose whatever race they want to play. In Game 1 and Game 2, it is limited and restricted to Warcraft 3 versus StarCraft, but coming into the ace match, we could see Warcraft versus Warcraft or SC2 versus SC2. What's it going to be? Do we get a mirror matchup? Human versus human? Oh, maybe. Here we go as spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. The bottom right-hand corner of King's Cove, we have the red human player. I assumed it was going to be the other way around. Not going to lie. I'm a little bit in shock. We have the red human player. It is YoungYakov. He likes his humans, and spawning in the top left-hand corner, rolling Protoss, we have the SC2 Protoss player from land of China for Team Invictus Gaming. It is MacSed. Here we go. Score 1-1. Yes, ace match. Ace match. So yes, we are tied up 1-1. Here we go. And this is what I was referring to here. So we have the natural base for YoungYakov, and you can see that the third and fourth base locations are morphed into creep camps. But I guess the alternative fourth base is an actual base that can be taken, but it's so far away. So far away. Is, I guess, a viable expansion choice, but going to be very awkward to defend. As we are settling in. And we'll see if we do open up with the initial Mountain King again. Do we go for the King? Let's go. Now just saturating those gold mines. Getting to the blacksmith. I would imagine for a rifleman. Ooh, this time going to be opening up with a paladin. Okay. Again, the paladin can heal. The paladin can also throw down like a shield around itself to make itself invulnerable, to make itself immune from damage. True. So a very different start. Very different start here. As the riflemen are amassing. And with this, it looks like we're just going to be focused on clearing up creep and expanding. This is less so an initial start to kind of dive into the bases and to rush across the map. Less so. So we can settle in. Likewise, MacSed going for another 2-gate opener, does fully wall off before expanding. We did see this opener previously, and I mean, it makes sense considering that you could rush into the initial hero units and race across the map. So MacSed playing it safe, going for a delayed expansion. Not as late as last game, but delayed nonetheless. Oh, let's zoom in on these guys. Let's go. As Yakov does break out. Does break out. From here, can look to expand. Building a more rifleman. Oh, it's bench time. And from here, once again, we do see MacSed going for the Twilight Council. Should be Blink. So Blink base opener out of MacSed. Meanwhile, we do see this time YoungYakov just focusing on creeping. Focusing on clearing up all these mercenary camps. He's going to be farming more experience, leveling up faster. Getting initial items as well. Ooh, does have some detection available to him. And with that, he's going to be scouting. Again, he rushes across the map here with the hallucination. Does rush across. Gets eyes on the setup. Does not quite get eyes on the tech, though. Oh! Yeah, not quite. So YoungYakov is in the dark as to what's going on. He's going to be in the dark. Yo, we can see all the items that are for sale. Let's go. Meanwhile, sorry, my apologies. I assumed that we were going into Blink, but no, it's going to be Glaive Eps. Okay, interesting here. So a much more aggressive build here by MacSed, knocking down those rocks. He's got 2 gates of the natural. He's got a soon-to-be 5-gate setup. 6. Oh my god, 2-base all-in. Okay, MacSed is going for a 2-base all-in with Mass Glaive Eps. And how does that compare to what YoungYakov has to work with? Curious. So he's moving out. Here comes Hallucination Scout. Adepts are amassing, they're being kept hidden until now. Yeah, some of them are revealed. Okay, now that gateway. Yeah, Yakov, he never expanded. Bear that in mind. Still playing off of 1 base. knocking down that front door. Oh, let's go. He's got a Cyclone. One of the wind, if you will. But Epsay do go for the dive. Oh. They do focus on the first rifleman. Yeah, and we do see YoungYakov getting caught out. Oh, there it is. Does Cyclone 1 Adept? Less impactful here against SC2 units, I will say. As individually, these units aren't as impactful. So with that force to recall, nice cleanup here by MacSed. Ooh, doesn't get another rifleman. And MacSed is going to be pushing. But again, the ability to CC one unit like that it doesn't matter as much here. Against StarCraft 2 Protoss. Or Zerg or Terran. Yo, can you do that to like a Thor? That'd be crazy. Or like a tank. Or a Colossus. So now it is going to be forced back. It's trying to expand. The expansion is going to be denied. YoungYakov going to be stuck on one base. Again, he goes that much more committed here. Once again, Cyclone on one of the Adepts. But there's a sea of Adepts here, and he's just targeting down every single rifleman. Does force field the ramp. There's no escape. There's a clutch heal, but despite that, yeah, the riflemen, they're going down one after the other. The hero, he's on it. He's all by himself. He's on his own. He's gonna be on his own, Pat. Oof. And from here, there's only so much that YoungYakov can do. Tower goes down. There's a militia. Does militia his workers. Paladin doing what he can. I mean, he's tanky, sure, but the DPS isn't quite there. No, we got the king on the way. The king, he's coming. But there's just so many Adepts. There's just a sea of Adepts on the way here across the map. Natural base should fall. YoungYakov holding onto the ramp. And again, even here, it's a different dynamic here, where typically Glaive Adepts, their goal here is to overwhelm the economy and then overwhelm the ground army, but here, a bit of a different story. Just catching up the main army itself, knocking down the expansion. Now, yo, he's got the clap. He's got the thunderclap. Let's go. Shade up the ramp. I mean, even with one clap, though, I don't think he can quite get enough damage done. There we go. Strips away the shields. Stuns all the Adepts as well for a moment. Does he have another clap? Ah, yeah, he does. Does have another. But last, he's being overwhelmed. Archon has arrived. And MacSed he's going to make it to the finals. Off of not his Warcraft 3 race, but SC2 instead. Let's go. The power of Protoss. He can defeat the humans. Crazy. Again, the boys are being pulled. Trying to hold on. There is no force field. And I'm sure MacSed is happy to just trade. Happy to trade here. Arkham getting a lot of splash damage. Focusing down the workers. The Paladin getting very low. Once again, just very micro-intensive here as YoungYakov trying to do whatever he can with what little he has. But it's not going to be enough, as he will lose everything. No, we have the Arcane Tower, but GG gets called, and MacSed will claim the series 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew, GG, well played. MacSed he will take the series. He will advance on 2-1, and we have our second finalist. As a reminder, we did cover the previous semifinals. Loliet took down MacSed 2-1 as well, also into the ace match. And now it's going to be a best of, I believe, 3. I think they have a best of 3 finals. Yeah, best of 3 finals here between MacSed and Loliet. Let's go.